Servus Leute, willkommen zurück zu Danganronpa. Trigger Happy Havoc. Wir sind hier im Klassenprozess auf der Suche nach dem Mörder von Taka und Hifumi. Und ich habe meine Vermutung, dass es wahrscheinlich Celeste war. Beziehungsweise, meine Vermutung ist, Hifumi hat Taka ermordet und Celeste hat Hifumi ermordet. Ich weiß nur noch nicht genau wie. Ja, ich muss auf jeden Fall die Wahrheit ans Licht bringen, egal was es kostet. So, natürlich wieder ein Durchgang hier, um die Argumente alle zu sehen. Monokuma-Pfeil 3. Verdammt, was war das nochmal? Er hat beide Körper gefunden, oder? Nee, Taka wurde mit einem stumpfen Gegenstand ermordet, das war's. Ah, okay, okay. Okay, das ist Slow Motion.
Or perhaps it was after? We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Nee, stimmt nicht, stimmt nicht.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
Gut, erstmal noch ein Durchgang.
Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Nee, ich glaube nämlich Taka ist zuerst ermordet worden. Okay, nochmal das Ganze.
So, regarding Taka's death. I wonder if he died before.
Ich kann auch irgendwie verschnellern. Ich weiß aber nicht wie.
After? We already know what order they were killed
Ja,
in.
da. Ah! Von wegen, ihr wisst die Reihenfolge. Achso, Taka kam last. Das war's.
Regarding Taka's death.
Wie verschnelle ich das denn?
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after.
Ja.
We already
Das ist
know
Slow
what
Motion.
order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Nein, das geht nicht. Ah!
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3. While Taka's death came from a swing of
Was war
Justice
das gerade? Ein Lag.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Ja, das Bild da. Nummeriert, aber ja.
So, regarding Taka's death. I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after.
Kann ich das hier nicht abknallen?
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Ja, Junko ist die erste, die draufgegangen ist. Warum geht das nicht? Ja, bla bla. Ich bin tot. Aber viel mehr gibt's hier doch gar nicht. Ja, niemand glaubt mir, bla bla. Oh nein, ich gucke, als ob ich gleich ermordet werde. Aber es ist noch nicht vorbei.
I refuse to give up yet.
So. Diese kleinen Zwischensätze, die durch die Gegend fliegen, kann ich auch irgendwie abknallen. Aber wie war denn das jetzt nochmal? Ah, hallo! Ich bin Genocide Jack.
So, regarding Taka's death.
Okay, Slow Motion.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Ich versuche jetzt mal so eine andere Schrift da, die durch die Gegend fliegt, abzuknallen.
We know what
Nee.
order they were killed in.
Ah,
Taka came last.
ja, ich knall sie ab und weiter. So kriege ich immer ein paar Sekunden dazu.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3. While Taka's death
Moment,
came
ich kann doch irgendwie Munition wechseln.
from 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Es stand im Monokuma-Pfeil 3.
So, regarding Taka's death.
Schön, dass du jetzt erstmal weiterredest. Fire Truth Flashback X. Ja, das mache ich doch. Open Handbook. Ah. So, jetzt gucke ich mal. Ja, beide mit einer ähnlichen Waffe. Fumi und Taka. Ah, nicht der scheiß Roboter. Das ist ja Monokuma-Fall 3. Was steht denn da noch so, was man... Select Truth Bullet. Ah, vielleicht L. Nee, geht nicht. Gibt's hier sonst noch was wir machen kann? Okay, bewegen. Silencer ist A. Fast Forward ist B. Ah, B ist Fast Forward.
Or perhaps it was after? We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the number.
It's true that while Taka's death came...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Ich muss die Patrone wechseln.
So, regarding Taka's death.
Wie ging denn das jetzt? Patrone wechseln. Hier. Select Truth Bullet. L. L. Concentrate, also konzentrieren. Open Help. Ich kann aber die Patrone nicht wechseln.
Or perhaps it was after? We already know what order they were
Ja,
killed
das
in.
kann ich abknallen, aber...
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's
Ja,
true that
super.
Hifumi was
killed with justice while Taka's death came...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Die Stimme klingt noch niedlicher irgendwie.
I wonder if he died or perhaps it was after. We already
Ja, das ist nämlich falsch. Bla bla bla, ja, ich weiß.
So, I wonder if he or perhaps it was after. We already know Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Ja, das ist auch falsch.
So, I wonder if he or perhaps it was after.
Ah, da verliere ich Sekunden.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with
Ich verstehe das
Justice Hammer
nicht.
3, while Taka's death came from a string of Justice Hammer 4.
Ja, Monokuma-Fall. Moment, man konnte auch irgendwie auch Special-Munition laden.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Ach, wie ging denn das nochmal? Ich bin gerade zu blöd dafür. Das ist das Problem, wenn die nicht immer kommen, diese ja, Gerichte da, diese Prozesse. Start ist nix. Select Truth Bullet. Ja, kann ich aber nicht. Fire.
Or perhaps it was after. We
Ah.
already know what order. Taka came last.
Genau, das nehme ich jetzt
What makes you say that?
Because
hierfür.
of the numbering of the Justice.
Genau.
No, it's wrong.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Ja, und jetzt muss ich es beweisen. What time he must have done. Ah, die Zeit. Okay, okay. Die Armbanduhr. Watch. Ich bräuchte ein A. Da. Was? Oh, ich kann Fast Forward und ich kann Slow Motion. Nee, Wristband. Wristwatch. W. C. Ja, hau ab, E. H. Ich brauche ein H. Da. So. Armbanduhr.
Now I understand. I've got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night... So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said, his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the 3rd in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, What if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another... ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
It isn't possible.
Ja, ich weiß, wenig Gerede von meiner Seite, aber ich will den Leuten hier nicht ins Wort fallen. Und das ist genau das, was ich mir auch dachte. Er hat nur so getan. Meine Vermutung kommt immer näher, dass es Celeste war. Aber ich weiß immer noch nicht genau. Ich habe, glaube ich, immer noch keinen Beweis. Außerdem hat Hifumi ja gesagt, Yasuhiro. Das stellt mich auch noch vor ein Problem. Ja, die Idee, dass Hifumi immer noch am Leben war. Ist wirklich möglich? Ja. Na, dann schauen wir mal. Broken Wristwatch. Erst einmal ein Durchgang, mal wieder.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
Nee.
And you know that how?
Sie lügt, Celeste.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Ja. Ja, weil diese Ankündigung, die hätte genauso gut auch für Taka sein können. Nurse's office.
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovered. Hifumi's dead body.
And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else.
Ja. Ah, verdammt nochmal.
Are you saying that when we first...
There's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It
Ja,
is
super.
impossible. Hifumi was dead,
Ich versuch's mal so.
without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Mach so einen Blödsinn. Na gut.
Are you saying that when we first... There's a chance he was...
No.
Jetzt versuche ich es mal mit der letzten von Kyoko.
Surely you heard the body discovered. Hifumi's dead body is why the...
Are we really so sure? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's
Ah.
discovery.
Nein! Ich habe die falsche Taste gedrückt.
Found Hifumi in the nurse... There's a chance he was...
Ja, mir vergeht die Zeit.
Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovered. Hifumi's dead body, and that...
Hifumi's dead.
Really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Hä? Das hat nicht gezählt?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No,
Ah,
it is impossible. Hifumi was dead,
Without a doubt. And you know that. Surely you heard the body
na gut,
discovered.
versuchen wir's mal.
Dead body, and that...
Hifumi's dead
Are we
body.
really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Mach doch! Ah! Ich verfehle die ganze Zeit. Meine Zeit vergeht, verdammt.
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body Hifumi's dead body, and that is why the...
Are we really so sure? But maybe the announcement...
So, das kommt weg und das knall ich ab. Ah, alles umsonst. Scheiße. Ich habe versagt. Nein. Ich hoffe, ich habe jetzt mehr als nur 8 Minuten. Nicht, dass ich den kompletten Prozess wiederholen kann. Das wäre doof. Ja, geht nicht auf. Weiter. Nee. Das ist nichts für uns. Wir geben nicht auf. Nö, nö, nö. Weiter geht's. Ja, drück. Okay, nochmal das Ganze. So, ich glaube, ich weiß schon, was ich tun muss. Okay, Zeit ist wieder aufgefüllt. So, das da.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
Nee, nee.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body.
Schieß doch! Ah, scheiße.
And that is why the announcement
Ich
was made.
hab versehentlich gedrückt gehalten. Okay, Hifumis tote Körper wurde gefunden. Schauen wir mal.
Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Ja, weil ich jetzt die eine Nachricht übernommen habe.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was...
Okay, versuchen wir es so. Das Actual still alive. Gut.
It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's...
So, das kommt weg und abknallen. Ah! Also manchmal verstehe ich diese Aussagen hier irgendwie nicht so wirklich. Ich glaube, mein Hirn ist verknotet oder so.
Are you saying that
Ja,
when
broken
we first found
wristwatch.
Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was
Vielleicht
dead,
kann ich die lila
without a doubt.
Schriften auch übernehmen.
And you know that how?
Ich teste es mal.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body.
Nee, kann ich nicht.
And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the
Ja,
announcement
versuchen wir es mal so.
signals someone else's
Nee.
discovery.
Irgendwie bin ich gerade verwirrt. Es muss doch irgendwie möglich sein.
You saying that when we first found
Hifumi in the nurse's, there's a chance he was...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that...
Okay, versuchen wir es mal mit der letzten Nachricht. So, oh, so viele Möglichkeiten habe ich doch hier gar nicht.
Signals someone else's
So,
discovery.
someone else discovered. Habe ich da die Nachricht schon mal übernommen.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually...
So, das kommt weg.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead.
So, geht doch. Stimmt ja.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if two bodies had been found, there really should have been two announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Ich überlege gerade, hatte Hifumi bei der ersten Entdeckung diese Nachricht von wegen, ja, Leiche wurde gefunden? Ich glaube nämlich nicht. Das heißt, diese Ankündigung war für Taka. Die zweite Körper gefunden Ankündigung. Ich brought in the Nurse Office Equipment Room. Das zweite Mal. Nee. Als beide Körper wiedergefunden wurden.
I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the two bodies. It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Ja, sie versucht sich dagegen zu wehren. Ich glaube immer mehr, es war Celeste und nicht Aoi. Es muss einen Beweis geben, der zeigt, dass Hifumi immer noch am Leben war. Ich muss ihn finden und allen zeigen. Ja, genau, die Gläser, genau. Okay, dann zeigt mal, was ihr zu reden habt.
So here's one thing we do. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Ja, das stimmt.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
Ja, stimmt auch alles.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his
Body.
other than the change in how it
Nee. Brille! Ja. Sie meinte auch gerade, nur die Position der Körper hätte sich verändert, aber...
The first time we found Hifumi, and then, but his body disappeared.
And the next time, it was in the...
But when you compare his body before, other than the
change in how it was, there was no notable difference.
Doch! Das war's also. Ich hätte nur einen Satz warten müssen.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood.
Ich mag die Musik hier, die ist irgendwie richtig gut.
But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Ja. Moment, wo ist es? Da. Ja, das ist es.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Tiggles. Some demon angel pretty pudgy princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... what exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Well, it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Gut, ich werde aber jetzt hier wieder einen Zwischenschnitt machen. Das war Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen und wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. Pfiat euch.